Hi, Danielle. Hi, Tribe. My name is April. I've been a member of the tribe for a while, and I live outside of Tampa, Florida. And recently, we just endured Hurricane Irma. So, Danielle so kindly checked in with me and said, "How are you doing?" I said, "Well, not having any kind of energy to lie." Said, "I'm in between this weird space of trying to get a grip and not giving a fuck." So she asked me what I had learned in the situation, in this experience. And she asked me what I had learned about community and just really great questions. And then she asked me to share with the tribe. So I love the idea of doing a video. Here I am. I'm going to share all of my humanness with you. I've never done anything like this before. So thank you if you're taking the time to watch this. And thank you, Danielle, for the opportunity. And, I think there's power in our stories. So maybe we can help each other out this way. I apologize ahead of time for my voice. I am a little sick right now. So, the first thing I want to talk about is what I learned. Well, I learned from a purely human, physical standpoint to be prepared if you are in a situation where a hurricane is coming for you. Make sure you listen to what they tell you to do. There's very good reasons that they're telling you to have cash and have gas and have water. So there's that. Now, from an individual, more spiritual standpoint, people, I'm still in it. Like, it's been a rough couple weeks, but I can tell you one of the first things that I learned was attachment. There was a moment where I was cleaning up our yard with my husband, and I just had this moment. We have a very small house, and I have like a little garage. It's pretty much like a shed in the back, and I have like an above ground pool that we bought, very inexpensively. My husband put up himself. So I don't have a whole lot, right? But we've been putting so much effort and energy through the years into our property. And I had this moment cleaning up for the storm in preparation, and I just had to stand and look at all of it and stand in my fear of losing it and let it go. And that was not an easy thing to do. So it's really made me analyze my attachments. And I think we all have them. So that's a biggie for me. The next biggie was I found myself, now we didn't have power for 5 days. And about that third day, I got to tell you, I was really pissed off. I was so angry and irritated and overwhelmed and sad. And I'm sure it probably wasn't all me. I'm sure I was picking up on the collective as well. But you have to know I'm a pretty positive person, and I tend to look at things as like the glass is half full, and I tend to be really grateful, right? So being in these quote unquote negative, these emotions, is hard for me, as it is, I'm sure, a lot of people. So I'm laying there in this heat, in this humidity, with no air. I mean, the wind's barely blowing. The windows are, it's just not helping. And I'm just so angry. And I'm like, what do I do? Like, what do I do with this? And I remember so many things that, I've read where it talks about just observing the emotion, right? So I acknowledged each emotion, and I observed it, and I allowed it, and I did not attach to it. And that was a very powerful evening. And I felt like I shifted. I felt like I really learned, okay, it's okay. Like, it's all right to feel melancholy. It's all right to feel overwhelmed. It doesn't make me any less of a person. It doesn't make me any less of a mother or wife or woman or whatever title you're going to attach it to. So I think that's something that all of us probably wrestle with at some time. I learned as far as that goes, another biggie was I learned as far as I have come, and I'm constantly just, working on myself. I feel like I'm trying to be the best version of me, right? And I feel like, wow, as far as I've come, I still allow my circumstances to control my mood a whole lot. So that I'm trying to be kind to myself in this process, because it's still a process. Yeah, so those are the biggies for me, but I am still in it. And, community, I've learned it is so vital to just help people out where they can, where they need it. We all have resources, right? And some people are really affluent and have more resources and they could hop on a plane and get out of town. And then there's a lot of people that have nothing, and I mean nothing. No money to prepare. There's no money in the budget for extra water, extra food, cash. What is that? So I just feel like I learned to just really help people out where you can, because we all have resources, and someone has more than you, and someone has less than you. So just help out where you can. I got to tell you, the best cup of coffee I had was from my neighbor the next day after the storm, because suddenly it was like, well, shit, where are we going to get a cup of coffee? There's nobody's open. There's no power, trees down everywhere. It was crazy. But my neighbor was like, come on over. I got a camper with some propane. I'll make you a cup of coffee. So, help people out. Sometimes it's just a simple cup of coffee. It's awesome. I learned that there are still really generous, loving people out here. A lot more than I think the world wants you to believe, a lot more than the media wants you to believe, but it's overwhelmingly good. Overwhelmingly. So I will tell you this, it's still hard for me. I'm still getting my bearings. Like, I'm still in between trying to get a grip and trying to, give a shit on some level. But I think there's just something really bigger going on here. When you look at all these natural disasters and, earthquakes and these hurricanes and floods and, you name it, it's kind of happening right now. And I feel like it's all necessary. None of this is easy. Life isn't easy, right? But I think it's necessary for us on a bigger scope. I think the consciousness needs to be elevated, and I think that these events are doing it. You can't help but kind of instantly reprioritize. You can't help but question everything, whether it's your belief system or what you're attached to, or how you can be a better person, or what the hell are you here for? These are all very valid questions the majority of us, I think, are looking for, and these events are just speeding up that process. So I really believe we're all going to be okay. We're going to be more than okay. I think we're going to be a lot better humans in this process. But it's not easy. And I really, just want to tell you all, we're all going to be okay. We'll make it through. And people like this tribe, what a great support system, right? Danielle, you've done such an incredible job putting together a body of just such incredible, like-minded people, and it's just beautiful. And I love what you're doing. I love it, love it, love it. And, thank you guys for listening. I hope that maybe something I said resonated with you. We're all in this together on some level. All of us are affected across the world, no matter, where these things happen, no matter big, small. We really are all one. And I just want to thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak. And feel free to message me, comment, whatever. All right. I love you guys. Much love. Again, Danielle, thank you so much for the opportunity. And be blessed, everybody. Mwah.